Alright everybody, I'm back and I decided not to actually glue it just yet because I still need to clean this up and apply my aluminum foil tape. So I sprayed it down. I know I just peeled this off, but it was still a little dirty from dust and stuff, so I sprayed it down with some Windex cleaner, basically window cleaner, glass cleaner, whatever, just to clean it up. I'm just using this toilet paper here because it'll basically suck up all the moisture super quick. It may leave a little bit of imperfections with you know, toilet paper residue, like basically like streak residue, whatever, but as long as most of it's clean because of fingerprints and all that from me. Alright everybody, I got done cleaning it off with this Windex here, and I'm opening up my aluminum tape. Throw that to the side, and we're going to go ahead and get this all taped up now. Hopefully most of these little imperfections are gone. I'm going to use some more dry so I kind of can wipe off any dust or debris that may be on the top of this, and then we'll go ahead and open up our tape here. So you're just going to want to make cuts. We're going to get a pair of scissors and actually cut all this. So we just measure out lengthwise. It doesn't have to be perfect, because it's going to, we're going to be placing it in between and sandwich it inside of this, so you don't have to be dead center on everything, just as long as it gets past the wood, basically. Okay, there goes one strip. So we'll go ahead and set this here. Go ahead and throw this strip on. To just peel it. Make sure when you peel it you're doing it properly, because this stuff can bend and mess up and crease. So try really hard not to mess this up. You could cover over the holes because you're going to drill right back into it. I'm not sure why this tape has some cuts in it. I must have bought it like that. Take it slow, don't mess up. Try to place it as best you can on here. It's not going to be perfect. We both know this. You don't want to bend the aluminum really. Trying to keep it as straight as you can. Using my nail to kind of smooth it out a little bit. You could fold it over the edge here. That's not going to be an issue. You don't have to worry about that. And you can use anything that's like a flat surface. So like SD card, for instance, anything that's flat, you kind of help push. It's not going to damage the side of the SD card because it's a smooth surface. You're just pushing it down a little bit more. You see how smooth it looks now? The aluminum tape does work out great. And this SD card is great because it's plastic on the outside of it. This isn't a full real SD card, it's one of those SD card holders for the micro SD cards. So I have plenty of these, so I'm not really worried about this one. And nothing's going to happen to it, it's going to be fine. I'm not pressing down too hard. You can use anything that's plastic. I wouldn't recommend anything that's metal because you could cut and break your aluminum foil here. And there you have it. Looks pretty nice for the first one. We're going to go ahead and do the rest, and then I'll get back with you in just a second. Alright guys, I have it done here. And you can see it looking really, really nice. You can see it reflects light very well already just with the light that I have inside this house. So that's completely covered. There's got a little runoff on the back here, but it's not a big deal because you're not going to, like I said, you're not going to see the back, so that's nothing. And a matter of fact, I may just vinyl wrap the whole entire thing up because I have some carbon fiber red vinyl wrap just lying around here. So I may wrap the whole entire thing up. But so it's looking nice. You can see it's really shiny. Look like regular aluminum foil there. And now we will just stick it on here and then we'll flip it over and there you have it. You see how nice that looks, right? We're going to mark where we see that our frame, basically you're going to outline the frame here so that way we can start gluing and putting our LED strips. I do have them cut already and they're in there pretty, they actually are really well placed, to be honest. Like the cut length is actually really well. It gives off just enough space for it to put the wires on the sides here. And you won't even really notice those. And I can cover those wires up with some more aluminum tape once I'm done soldering everything. Which reminds me, I need to turn my soldering iron on. Alright everybody, now I got my Sharpie here. I'm just going to mark the corners real fast. That way I know where my block is. I don't have to mark around the whole entire thing. I just need to know exactly where I need to have my LEDs placed at. Just give me a good spot to know. Okay, so now we can go ahead and start placing our LED strips inside of there. And so what you're going to want to do now, I have a bunch of these already pre-cut. They're 10. Basically, the 11th spot that you have to cut at is like 11 LED strips long, or LED spots long. I don't know the exact measurement because I was just eyeballing it with my frame that I had. But yeah, so we'll be placing these in here. They don't have to be all the way to the top there. You'll kind of want to throw the edge off just a little bit. And there you go. So we'll just start placing them, kind of giving us a spot where we can see where we need to place them at, basically. Because the more lights, the more amps, and the more power it's using. And I don't really intend to need a whole lot of power. especially for such a small panel. And I already have a lot of aluminum tape that's going to be on here that actually will reflect most of the light anyway. 8 strips of LED lighting, which should be good enough. So now we're going to need to actually cut, because this is all water proof. So what we're going to need to do is actually cut the soldering joint part off so that we could get to it, so we could solder onto the connectors right there, those 2 copper leads. And we need to do that for all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those off of there with a blade, and I'll get back with you in just a moment.